going to be doing a foam roller 60-minute class today. This is going to be nice. It'll lengthen out our spine, kind of align our body, and just let's get moving. So we're going to lie down on our back, and we're going to place the ball of the foot on the foam roller and just kind of roll it in towards you enough where you can maintain neutral. So we're going to keep our pubic bone and hip bones in alignment with each other. So just try to find that, making sure the hips are in alignment with each other, one's not hiked up. So just kind of find that on the mat. You can imagine that little teacup balance right in the pelvis. We're going to keep it balanced. So shoulder blades back against the mat. Once you feel that neutral placement, we can bring our arms down to our side. We still want to melt the ribs down so we feel the back part of the ribs on the mat. So you start to feel that brace feeling through the core. We're thinking about pulling the hip bones together, and we're going to do some footwork on the foam roller. So rolling the feet along the foam roller, you have to stay kind of pulling the hip bones together because of the weight of the legs. You want the foam roller to roll up the leg. And then we're going to roll it right back in. This is where you really got to pull those abs in so that you don't arch your back. And again, roll it away and just kind of adjust your feet as needed as we roll out. And then roll the feet back in. Let's do that 8 more times. Inhaling out, exhaling in. 7, 6. So feeling that deep work through our core to support our neutral. 5, 4, 3. You could start to flex your feet at the bottom. 2, and 1. Now we're going to add a hip lift. So roll it out, flexing the feet, both legs straight. Just pick the hips up, lower back down, roll the foam roller in. Let's do that again. Inhale out, exhale lift. Inhale lower, exhale roll it in. 8 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're just picking our neutral pelvis up. That's it. Just pick it up, place it right back down, slide or roll the foam roller back in. We're going to go 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. So really starting to feel that work in the lower part of the leg. 2 more. And 1 more. We're going to lift those hips up, lower back down, roll it in. Now let's roll the foam roller out and then lift and lower the hips 10 times. Here we go. Up and 2 and 3 and 4. Keep flexing your feet. And 6, 7, 8. So feeling that work down the hamstrings. 10. Roll the foam roller back in. We're going to take 1 arch onto the foam roller and just send the opposite leg up. You can grab a hold of it. Just give yourself a little hamstring stretch. Try to maintain your neutral still. And then we'll bring that arch back onto the foam roller and other leg reaches up. Just a little hamstring stretch. And then we're going to place the foot back down, rolling the foam roller in so that the toes, again, the ball of the foot is on the foam roller. Pull the hip bones together, melt the front of the ribs down. We're going to take the left leg and reach it over the foam roller like you're hitting a bullseye with the toes. And as you roll the foam roller out on the right leg, you're going to bend your left knee to tabletop. And as we roll it back in, we're going to hit that bullseye again. Inhale and exhale. So we're still keeping the hips very still in neutral as we roll the foam roller out and back in for a little bicycle. Now we're going to do 1 more and then we're going to curl up, allow the arms to hover and go for another 5. And 4. Remember, you're still in neutral. We're just curling up to at least the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, if not a little bit higher. And 1 more time. We're going to bring the left foot back on, toes on hip width apart. Just let the head rest on the mat. Maintaining neutral, ribs down. Take the right leg, reach it over the foam roller, and imagine hitting a bullseye with the toes. We're gonna roll the foam roller out with the left leg as we bend the right knee to tabletop, and then hit that bullseye again. Inhale and exhale. So again, no movement in the hips or the low spine. One more time, and we're gonna add our curl. Draw chin to chest, curl up, arms hovering, and again for 5, and 4, 3, 2, maintain your neutral, and 1, and rest all the way back down. And we're gonna bring the arches of our feet onto the foam roller. So you gotta wanna bring it out away from you a little bit, just adjust as needed. And we're gonna imprint our low spine, pressing into the foam roller, resisting it rolling away. We're gonna roll up into a bridge. Weight right at the top of the shoulder blades, focus on squeezing your glutes. Taking an inhale, let your head lengthen away. Exhale, soften and roll down bone by bone. So the foam roller gives us a bit of an unstable surface. So trying to keep it still as we roll up again. Slowly rolling back down. You'll feel your feet kind of, making little adjustments to keep the foam roller still. 2 more times. Imprint, rolling up, exhale. Hold, inhale. Exhale, soften and roll back down bone by bone. 1 more time. Squeeze the glutes. Soften and roll back down bone by bone. Now we're going to take the bottoms of the feet together. And it's actually more of like your toes are touching. And the knees are just going to go wide. As the knees go wide, you want to maintain that neutral placement through the pelvis, so you can imagine keeping that teacup balanced right here on top of the pelvis. We're going to bring our hands behind the head at the base of the skull, so our head has something to rest back into. Draw chin to chest. We're going to curl up in a nice little crunch. Now we're going to roll the foam roller out with both legs, with one leg. And as you do that, the opposite leg is going to extend out. So we're going to take one leg away and one leg out and up. And then we're going to slide the foam roller back in so both knees are bending. And as that foam roller comes back in, that other toe comes back on. So let's try that again on the other side. As we roll the foam roller out, the left leg or right leg, whatever one you didn't start on, is going to go out and up. So they straighten at the same time. And then we're going to pull the knees back in and down. Remember, we're staying in neutral. You can also do this with your head down if you don't want that extra challenge through your upper abs. So let's go ahead and alternate sides again. Reach it out. We're in turn out. Pull it back in. And again, stretch. So try to get the knees to straighten at the same time. And then coming in at the same time. 1 more each way. And rest. Arms to the side of the body. Just roll the feet down on the foam roller a little bit. Bottoms of the feet together. And we're going to pick our hips up. Let the knees be wide. Squeeze the glutes. And we're going to take our arms overhead. Keeping that foam roller still. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Soften to roll down. And bring your arms back to the side of the body. We're going to bring our feet back to hip width apart. Ball the foot on. Draw chin and chest. We're going to curl up, reach the arms down towards the foot bar or down towards the foam roller. Stay in your neutral. Take your right leg up. You're going to roll the foam roller out. And as we roll it in, we're going to lower the right leg over the foam roller. 5, 4. So there's a point where both legs are straight. They're reaching away. 3, 2, stay curled up. 1, we're going to switch legs. Left leg up, right leg rolls out. And as we come in, the left leg lowers. 5, 4, maintain neutral. 3, 2, 1, bring the left toes down, rest onto the mat, bottoms of the feet together again. Nice deep breath in, allowing the knees to be wide. Take the arms overhead, lift those hips up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower back down. Bringing the arms back to our side. We're going to kind of roll the foam roller down again. Toes together, heels not together. Kind of like what we did in that little développé exercise. We're going to draw chin to chest, curl the head and shoulders off the mat. Take the hands behind your head at the base of the skull. In turn out, we're going to take our right leg up. Stay in neutral, so just adjust if you need to. This leg is in alignment with your hip. And then we're going to roll the foam roller out. As we pull it in, you're going to lower again, but we're just working in turn out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Stay curled up. 1 more. Right foot on, left leg up. Find your neutral. Reach and roll the foam roller out. Stay turned out. And then, lower. Inhale and exhale. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Bottoms of the feet together, kind of rolling the foam roller out, so they're kind of like on the sides of the feet. And we're going to press those hips up again. Take the arms overhead and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, soften to roll down. And we're going to bring our arms down to our side. Go ahead and roll the foam roller in, enough where you can grab it with your hands. And what we're going to do is placing the foam roller, place your hands on the sides of the foam roller. You're going to take your right leg in front and left knee behind. You still want your legs hip width apart, and we want the foam roller to be straight across. You want to resist it kind of shifting one way or the other. We're going to do a little hip stabilizing isometric hold. So finding neutral again, you're going to push with the left knee, push against, and then push with the back of the right leg. But remember, we want to keep the foam roller straight across. So here we go. Push and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Let's do that again. Push and pull. 1, 2, 3. Equal push, equal pull. And relax. Here we go again. Push and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. 2 more times. Push, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. 1 more time. Push, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now we're going to switch legs. Whoops. And again, finding neutral. So now we're going to push with the, or pull with the right leg and push with the back of the left leg. Make sure you're in that neutral placement. Foam roller stays straight across. And here we go. Push, pull, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Maintaining your neutral. Again, push, pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 3 more times. Push, pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Push, pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 1 more time. Push, pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now take the right leg over the foam roller, grab the sides of the foam roller, find your neutral, flex your feet. We're going to take our right leg up, gently push into the foam roller with the back of the leg, and then bring the foot back down. And left. And bring it in. And right. Bring it in. Try to maintain neutral, just little hamstring stretch here. One more time right. One more time left. All right, we're gonna go ahead and grab the foam roller. Bring your feet onto the mat and just kind of feel the difference in the hips. So that those exercises kind of realign our hips and our pelvis and our sacrum. So bringing the feet in hip width apart, we're gonna take a deep breath in, exhale, imprint, roll up into a bridge. Take an inhale, pause. Remember, weight's at the top of the shoulder blades. We're just keeping that foam roller up. Soften and roll down bone by bone. One more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, rolling up. Squeeze the glutes as hard as you can at the top. Take an inhale. Exhale, soften and roll down bone by bone. Now we're going to stay in neutral. Bring the legs to tabletop. Draw chin to chest, curl up. Just reach that foam roller above your shins. Single leg stretch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Imagine hitting a bullseye with your toes. 1, and rest. Deep breath in and out. We're going to repeat it, but we're going to take the foam roller over our head for added ab challenge. Maintain neutral. Legs in tabletop. Draw chin to chest. Curl up. Now take the arms overhead. Take that foam roller overhead, but stay curled up and single leg stretch. 8, 7, 6. Curl deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rolling side to side, couple deep breaths in and out. We're going to take the foam roller, reach it overhead, keeping the shoulders down. Your hands are not on the floor, so we're keeping that foam roller in a hover. We're going to lift our legs up to the ceiling and go to imprint. Little hip lifts. Think about your legs going straight up. Here we go. 10, 9, foam roller stays hovering. 8, 7, we're actively gliding our shoulders down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to curl up, reach the foam roller towards your ankles, lower the right leg, touch the foam roller with the left leg if you can, anchor through your hips, curl deeper, and switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rolling side to side, deep breaths in and out. We're going to go ahead and place the foam roller down, rolling onto our stomach, placing the foam roller across your mat. You're going to start with your arms at least as wide as your shoulders, maybe a little wider. And we're going to start with the wrists right on top of the foam roller. So we just did a whole bunch of flexion through the hip. So let's go ahead and open up our body with some swan dives. Shoulders down. Lift the head so at least your ears are by your biceps. Legs are turned out at least as wide as your mat and lengthen the tailbone to your heels. Taking an inhale, we're going to lift the heart, drive the shoulders down. Now from here, we're going to pull the belly up and in, and the foam roller is going to roll onto your palms. And then we're going to push it away as we lift the belly more, keeping the feet anchored down and lower back down. Feel that stretch through your body. Inhale, lift just the heart, draw the shoulders down. And then exhale, pull the belly in. That's when the foam roller is going to roll towards you. And then lengthen, really lift the core so you feel that lengthening through your spine as you lower down. Let's put that together. Inhale, lift, draw the shoulders back, lift up, pull the belly up. Exhale, lower back down. This should feel good. Inhaling up and exhaling away. 3 more. Inhaling up, exhaling away. 2 more. One more. And we're going to rest in a shell stretch. Knees can be together or apart, and just allow your body to flex over the legs. Arms to your side, and a couple deep breaths in and out here to counteract the extension. All right, we're gonna roll back up here and then turn the foam roller vertical on your mat. We're gonna have a seat at one of the ends. Once you lie back on the foam roller, you do want your head on. Best way to do it is just to kind of walk your hands back with you and allow your body to lie all the way down onto the foam roller. Once you're down, if your head's not on, just scooch down a little bit. So the foam roller is really nice here. It should actually feel pretty good because we're just allowing our spine to rest on the foam roller. And the foam roller gives you very specific tactile feedback. So right along the spine, you're gonna feel the foam roller. Melt the front of the ribs down so that you feel the middle part of your spine on the foam roller. The arms are gonna rest at our side, elbows are on the mat. That's gonna help you with balance. And just allow your body to rest on the foam roller for a moment. We're still in neutral. Once you kind of find that balance, you're melting the ribs down, you feel a little bit of engagement through the upper abs. Start to think about pulling your hip bones together, just like we did with our single leg footwork that we did, and double leg footwork. And we're gonna start to do little marches with our feet, one at a time. The arms will help you keep your balance. And again, you're really pulling in through the abs as we pick up one foot at a time. If you notice, it's very small, and I'm kind of peeling my foot off. So I lift heel, ball the foot, then toes, and then I come down, toes, ball the foot, then heel. And by peeling your foot off, it's gonna help you find more balance. Now, as you continue, you'll start to feel a little easier with the balance aspect of it. We're gonna start to walk the legs together. So knees and feet touching. And then you're gonna start to walk them apart, hip width, or maybe a little wider. And then we're gonna walk them together again. The whole time we're trying to stay very still on the foam roller. Legs and feet together as you do your walks. So you feel your legs kind of sliding. And then we're gonna start to open them, walk, and bring them apart. Let's do that 2 more sets. Really holding on to that balance, keeping the ribs down. Walk it apart. 1 more set together. And we're gonna go apart, just hip width. And 2 more. And rest. Now maintaining neutral, we're gonna draw chin to chest. Curl the head and shoulders off the foam roller and allow the arms to come up slightly in front of your body. Remember, you're still in neutral, so when you look at your hips, you should be able to have a little teacup balanced right here on the pelvis. As we inhale, we're gonna lower all the way back down, keeping that teacup balanced. And again, draw chin to chest. Curl the head and shoulders off the mat. So we're using those upper abs to curl up. Arms come slightly in front of your body, just a little ab prep. Inhale, lower all the way back down. The center of the spine on the foam roller. Let's do that 2 more times. One more time. And just kind of rest for a moment on the foam roller. Couple deep breaths in and out. Start to engage again by drawing the ribs down, pulling the hip bones together. Draw chin and chest. We're going to curl the head and shoulders off the foam roller. We're going to lower the left arm back onto the mat, staying curled up. Left leg is going to come to tabletop. Hold your balance. Bring the foot back down. Lower the head and shoulders and rest. When you're doing your ab preps here in the foam roller, the neck really gets a huge workout. So don't feel weird if there's a lot of tension here. Just start to roll the head side to side when you rest, and that will help you. So let's go ahead and do that on the other side. Draw chin to chest. We're going to curl up into that ab prep. Both arms come up, and then lower the right arm, and right leg's going to come to tabletop. Hold your balance. We're going to lower the right foot back down, maintaining our balance. Lower the head, shoulders, and the arm. And again, just kind of roll the head side to side. It does a lot of work for the neck. So now draw chin to chest. We're going to curl up, both arms come up. Feel free to put the left arm down. Really pull the hip bones together. Left leg to tabletop. And this is, of course, my hard side, so I'm going to tip a little bit. Just adjust as needed. Pull those hip bones together. Slowly lower the foot and lower the head and shoulders. You will feel one side is more difficult than the other. And let's do the other side. Draw chin to chest, curling up. So again, hip bones together. Right arm down if you need to. Right leg to tabletop. As you pick that leg up, that left foot should not have moved. Lower the right foot. And lower the head and shoulders. Roll the head side to side. Deep breath in and out. It's really hard exercises. So let's give our neck a break. Keep our head down. We're going to imprint our low spine. So now you feel the whole spine on the foam roller. We're going to bring our legs to tabletop. You're going to find a balance on your foam roller. The arms are going to help you. So just find that. Relax any tension in the shoulders. Keep every part of your spine on the mat. Once you find your balance, we're going to do single leg toe taps. And you will feel your spine move away from the foam roller here. So what we want to do is resist that. So keep that pinpoint connection through the spine on the roller as you do your toe taps. Remember, your knee's going away from you. The knee joint stays at 90. So don't just bend your knee. It's the hip joint that's opening. Let's do 2 more each way. Right, left, right, left. And we're going to rest. We will repeat that, just something to think about. Sometimes it's really hard to keep the leg that's staying in tabletop. So as we go to repeat that, really focus on that, the one leg that's not moving away from you, staying put. A lot of times what happens is when we do our toe taps, this knee will collapse towards you. So you really want to hold that leg in that tabletop position. So let's imprint, bring our legs back to tabletop again. Keep the left leg where it is. Right leg does a toe tap. Comes back up. Now the right leg stays still. Left leg goes away. So just change your focus on the leg that's staying still as you do your toe taps. And it'll feel a little different. You're still getting that same work through your core, but now you're focusing on that isometric hold through the opposite hip. Every part of the spine on the mat. 1 more, right and then left. And rest. And I feel like it almost deepens that work through your core when you focus on the hold and just allow that other leg to lower. All right, so making sure the feet are hip width apart. Taking a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to draw chin to chest and curl up into our ab prep again. We're back in our neutral placement. Pull those hip bones together. Left arm comes down. Bring the left leg to tabletop. Find your balance. Pull those hip bones together, curl deeper. For more of a challenge, let your left arm come up. Now very slowly, we're going to reach our left leg out on our inhale and bring it back in on our exhale 4 times, super slow. Inhale, and if you just look right at your pubic bone or your thigh, that'll help you keep your balance. 2 more. 1 more time. And slowly lower back down. Just roll your head side to side. Release that tension in your neck before we do the other side. So you'll feel your body kind of make those little adjustments. Like that side's really hard for me because my right hip tends to want to drop. So you'll feel that happening. So just go real slow so that you can maintain that balance on the foam roller and just allow those little adjustments to happen in your body. I'm trying not to lose your balance, of course. All right, let's do the other side. Draw chin to chest. We're going to curl up into our ab prep. Right arm comes down, curl deeper. Right leg to tabletop. For more of a challenge, let the right arm come up. Remember, you can always put it back down. Find that balance, then we're going to take that right leg, reach it out. Pull those hip bones together. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, reach it out. Abs, 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 abs. Exhale in. 2 more times. 1 more. And slowly lower back down, just rolling your head side to side. I love those. It's so good for your spine and for your balance. You really feel that connection through your core pretty deeply there. So we're going to do one more exercise, imprinting the low spine, bringing our legs to tabletop. Find your balance again, every part of your spine on the mat. And we're going to do single leg stretch here. So one leg reaches out, and then as you bring it in, the other leg reaches out. We're focusing on keeping every part of the spine on the mat or on the foam roller. So really press your body into the mat. You're going to feel that deepen work through your core here. Keeping your balance. No tension in the neck and shoulders. 4 more total. And last 2. And rest. Now from here, making sure the feet are at least hip width apart, we're going to take our arms up to the ceiling, lace your fingers together, and reach your arms up. Take them overhead, keeping the ribs down. Bringing them back up, we're going to make a low prayer position with our hands, peel the fingertips apart, and then reach your fingertips down to the floor. You're going to feel a little stretch in your radial nerve. Kind of pulling those fingers back. You can bring them onto the floor, pull them back more. And then we're going to bring our hands back together, lace them together, turn them inside out. Walk your feet a little bit away. Draw chin and chest as you start to lower the arms. We're going to peel our spine off the foam roller, holding your balance at the top. Nice inhale. And then exhale, roll back down. Really pull those abs in. See if you can get the middle of your spine onto the top apex of the foam roller. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale as the arms lower, you curl up. Lengthen the tailbone towards the backs of your knees. Roll up. And then we're going to scoop and roll back down. Nice and focused and controlled. 1 more time. And we're going to come off the foam roller. Nice job, you guys. Now we're going to roll the foam roller down. Coming into a quadruped position, you want the foam roller just above your ankles. Find that nice position through the hands where they're right underneath your shoulders. We're going to actively draw the shoulders down our back. Just kind of adjust as needed. We're going to come up into some mother hovers, so lifting our knees off the mat into a little hover. So once you find a nice tabletop, sit bones looking straight back, we're going to lift our knees off the mat and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower the knees down. Walk the foam roller out so it's about at your ankle. And we're going to do that again. Engage through the core without letting the spine droop. We're going to pick those knees up. Now you're going to push the foam roller out, pull those knees in. 10, 9, 8. Don't let the hips lift or lower. 6, 5. Abs in as your legs go out. 3, 2, 1. Gently bring your knees down. Feet or knees wide, feet together, and you can walk your hands out and just kind of sit your hips back towards your feet on the foam roller. Couple deep breaths in and out here. And we're going to come back up into our quadruped position with the foam roller at our ankle. Actively glide the shoulders down. We're going to pick our knees up into that little mother hover. Right knee is going to come in, and then we're going to reach it back. As you bring it in, roll the foam roller out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the ankle back down, lower the knees, knees wide, hands reaching forward, and sit back into a stretch. Couple deep breaths in and out before we do the other side. They're pretty intense, so we're taking a little break in between. Let's go ahead and find that quadruped position again. Foam roller at your ankles. Actively glide those shoulders down. Lift your knees into your hover. Left knee comes in. We reach it back. As it pulls in again, we roll the foam roller out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your ankle back down, knees down, and wide. Sit back into a stretch. Deep breaths in and out. All right, we're going to go ahead and come on up. We're going to lie down on our back. Bringing the foam roller towards your bottom, lift your hips up. We're just going to place the foam roller at our sacrum. So you want to make sure it's not on your butt and it's also not on your low back. Hands can go to the outsides of the barrel, shoulders back and down. Now, because our hips are up, we have this big opening between our back and the mat. So we want to resist our back arching like that. And we also want to resist kind of sinking into it like so. So basically we're finding neutral. So it would be like your bridge where your ribs are down and you're focusing on opening up the hip in your bridge here. So before we actually lift our legs up, just try to find that. Weights at your shoulder blades. You feel the connection between the bottom of the ribs and the hips. Just enough where you feel that nice long neutral placement through the spine. Once you have that, we're going to keep it and bring the legs to tabletop. This should actually feel kind of nice because it gives you a little pressure point on your sacrum. Couple deep breaths in and out before we start. We're going to take our legs up to the ceiling. Maintaining this position through our body, we're going to lower one leg for scissors 2 pulses away. Pulse, pulse, switch. If you tend to kind of roll the hips around in your scissors, it's going to be pretty difficult to do that on the foam roller. We're still anchoring down through the hip of the leg that's lowering away. 2 more. Bring the legs back up. Now, maintaining that connection, bottom of the ribs to the hips, we're going to stay in parallel, lower the legs, and then exhale, lift the legs. You're only lowering as far as you can keep your shoulder blades on the mat, and as far as you're not going to arch your back over the foam roller. Inhale, lower, so abs, abs, abs. We're not allowing this position to change. So hip bones and the bottoms of the ribs stay the same. You can even put your thumbs on the bottom of the ribs and your middle finger on your hip bones. You have about 6-inch distance there, and as you do this exercise, you can feel if that opens or closes. We're resisting both. We're resisting it opening as the legs go away, and resisting it closing as the legs come up. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do that 2 more times. One more time. Now we're going to turn the legs out. We're going to open, big circle down, only as low as you can keep that distance the same between the bottom of the ribs and the hips. We're going to lift back up. 4 more here. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. Legs get longer. 2 more. 1 more. Reverse, lower, open, circle back together. Inhaling and exhaling. As you open and bring the legs back up, make sure your spine doesn't collapse towards the floor. 2 more. 1 more. And we're just going to bend the knees. Deep breaths in and out. Crossing the ankles. Sink the spine towards the floor, holding onto the foam roller so it doesn't shoot away from you. And we're going to do 10 hip rolls. Because our hips are up on the foam roller, it makes the hip rolls easier. So here we go. Just think knees to shoulders. 1. Our hands are keeping the foam roller still. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 2 more. 1 more. We're going to place our feet on the mat. Lift the hips up and just kind of slide the foam roller out, lowering all the way back down. We're going to grab the foam roller with our hands on the outside. We're going to work in neutral again. Bring the legs to tabletop. Send the left leg out. As you rotate over towards the right leg, the foam roller just goes to the outside. Anchor through that left hip. That's the leg that's out. Now we're going to switch. You're going to anchor through your right hip. And then we're going to switch. And then we're going to switch. And switch. And keep switching so we get that nice little crisscross exercise working through our obliques. Switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. 5 more sets. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last set. And rest. Just bring the foam roller behind the head, right on the cervical spine, and just allow the head to relax onto the foam roller. Couple deep breaths in and out. Adjust as needed. You can roll the head side to side now. So you get a little massage on the back of the neck. And so feel good if you felt any tension in the crisscross exercise. A couple more times. And then coming back to center, we're going to grab the foam roller with our hands. Just lift the head up, kind of slide it out, reach the foam roller back up to the ceiling. Now we're going to do jackknife with the foam roller. Feel free to do it without and bring your hands onto the floor. Also feel free, I'll give you a little modification that we did near the beginning of class today that you can do instead of the jackknife. So let's go ahead and imprint. We'll bring our legs straight up. Modification. Barrel goes overhead, actively engage the shoulders so they're drawing down, and you'll just do those little hip lifts. So if you remember these, we did them near the beginning of class. All right, so that's your modification. Do a couple of those. We'll probably only do about 3 jackknives. So jackknives with the foam roller, because we're going to be keeping the foam roller off the floor. You're going to have to really work through your abs to keep your balance on the shoulder blades. So taking the foam roller overhead. Remember, the shoulders are gliding down and we're not allowing the hands or the foam roller to come onto the floor. Take the legs up. Deepen your imprint. We're going to lower the legs. Lift, roll up to the tops of the shoulder blades. You got to balance. Make sure you're not on your neck. The foam roller stays off the floor. Curl deeper through your spine, so pull your belly in and see if you can lift those legs up, engaging the glutes. Keep that foam roller off the floor and roll back down bone by bone. Keeping your imprint, we're going to lower the legs again. Lift, roll up, find your balance. Make sure you're not on your neck. Abs pull in as we take the legs up. Actively glide those shoulders down. Roll back down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, roll back down. One more lower lift. And bring the foam roller to the side and roll up. We're going to place our hands on top of the foam roller for some push-ups. So if you put your palms, like the meaty part of your palm, this area, kind of like in front of the apex, it'll keep the angle out of the wrist. It'll make it this angle a little bit more so that it's not at 90. So just find a good position on the foam roller. It is unstable, so you want to keep it still. Actively glide the shoulders down. Spread the fingers nice and wide. We're going to send one foot back, then the other. Abs in, head back in space, 8 push-ups. 8. Remember, elbows look slightly back. 7. 6. Try to keep that foam roller still. 5. 4. Keep your head back when you bend your elbows. 3. 2. 1. Gently bring your knees down. You're going to roll the foam roller back, placing it at your ankles again, like we did for our mother hovers. Legs together. We're going to come up into a plank with the foam roller at our ankles. Squeeze those legs together and just kind of allow the foam roller to roll up slightly above your ankles. Look at it, pike those hips. 5, 4, 3, squeeze those legs together. 2, 1, rest. My legs kind of slid down, so if yours do that, just roll it back down. Knees wide, feet together, arms reaching forward, and take that nice stretch for your back and your shoulders. Couple deep breaths in and out here. And we're going to come back up. We're going to repeat that whole set. So push-ups and then the pikes. So finding that slightly comfortable position on the foam roller, just make sure this angle isn't very deep. Still finding a nice position where you're feeling balanced. Shoulders down, send the legs back. Legs can be hip width. 8 push-ups. 8, 7, head stays back. 6, elbows look slightly back. 5, 4, 3, 2, lift your head, lift your belly. 1, gently bring the knees down, roll the foam roller back. So it's going to be slightly at our ankles, or when we come up into our plank, it'll probably move just slightly above. So start with it at your ankles, shoulders actively down, spread those fingers wide, and go into your plank, legs together. So as you stretch your legs back, it'll kind of roll up to a little bit above your ankles. Let's pike those hips. 5, look at that foam roller when you come up. 4, 3, just let it roll down your leg. 2, 1. Gently bring the knees down, knees wide, feet on top of the foam roller. Reach the arms forward and a couple deep breaths in and out. And we're going to go ahead and come on up. We're going to sit in Mermaid or Merman with the foam roller. If you're mirroring me, your foam roller will be at your right side. The right foot is in front of the left thigh. If this is too much on your knee, feel free to just take this knee out so you're more in a figure 4. You'll get a little bit less range of motion, but it'll feel a little bit better on your knee. We're gonna start with our palm on the foam roller. The arm is pretty relaxed, so if you notice my elbow is slightly bent at my side. Take an inhale, we're gonna lift the left arm, anchor this hip down, and we're gonna roll our forearm out onto the foam roller as we side bend. So you're gonna stop, and if you notice my elbows maybe just slightly in front of my arm, but the shoulder is back, and I'm feeling this really nice stretch down my left side. We're gonna come all the way back up on our inhale, just to a straight spine. The foam roller rolls back to your palm. Let's do that again. Exhale, you're rolling the foam roller down to your forearm. Elbow stays bent and left hip stays down. Inhale, coming back up. One more time. Now we're gonna add mermaid or merman with rotation. So exhale all the way out. You're gonna rotate towards the foam roller, bringing your palms onto it at least shoulder width apart. We're rotating towards it. The left hip will come off, but try to pull it back. Now you're gonna push the foam roller out and back in for 3, 2, 1. We're gonna push it away. Try to keep the arms straight, and you're gonna lift your heart to come in. The foam roller is gonna come up to your fingertips. And then as you push it away, I want you to send that left hip back and round your spine. We're gonna slide the left forearm, first bring the foam roller in, and then just slide your right forearm into the middle of the barrel. Rotate back into your side bend, and then we're gonna come all the way back up. Let's do that again. Exhale up and over. Rotate to the foam roller, bringing your hands on top of it, at least shoulder width apart, and then deepen that rotation. Press it out. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna push it out. This time arms stay straight. We lift the chest to come in. It's gonna roll to your fingertips. Really lift your heart, collarbones wide. As you roll it away, pull that left hip back. Bend the elbows to bring the foam roller in. Slide your right forearm onto the middle of the foam roller. Rotate back to your side bend. And we're gonna come all the way back in. Lowering the left arm, we're gonna lift the right arm and take a counter stretch. Coming all the way back up, we're gonna move the foam roller to the other side and switch our legs. So again, if this feels uncomfortable for this outside knee, just extend your leg out and be more in a figure 4. You'll get a little bit lesser range, but again, it'll feel better on the knee. So we're starting with our hand on top of the foam roller. If you're mirroring me, it'll be your left hand. My elbow is very relaxed. My elbow's just bent and just kind of resting at my side. We're gonna focus on trying to keep this right hip down as best we can. Taking an inhale, lift your right arm. And exhale, we're gonna do a side bend as we roll the foam roller to our forearm. Both shoulders back. So I feel some work in this shoulder because I'm keeping it down and my weight is on it. Inhale, coming back up, rolling the foam roller down to the palm again. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, coming back up. And again. Now we're gonna add our rotation. So exhale, up and over. You're gonna rotate to the foam roller, bringing that right hand on top of it, and then just slide that left hand back, deepen your rotation, pull the right hip back as best you can. We're gonna press that foam roller out and back in for 3. Exhale, inhale 2. Exhale, inhale 1. Now roll it out. We're gonna keep our arms straight and lift the heart to come in. The foam roller is gonna roll about onto your fingertips. Lift your heart up. There's really not a lot of weight on my arms here. I'm just focusing on lifting my heart. Now, as we pull the right hip back, we're gonna push and roll the foam roller back out to our palms. Bring the foam roller in. Slide your left forearm onto the middle of the foam roller and then roll back into your side bend, pulling this hip back. And then we'll come all the way up on our inhale. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, up and over. Rotate to the foam roller. Bring those hands on top, deepen your rotation. Now push that foam roller out and back in for 3. So as you reach out, you're gonna feel that deepen twist through your spine. Now we're gonna press out, stay. We're gonna lift our heart into a little extension, rolling the foam roller to our fingertips, adjust as needed. And then anchor that right hip back as you roll the foam roller out. Bring the foam roller in, slide your left forearm to the middle, rotate back to your side bend, and we're gonna come all the way up and lower the arm. Taking an inhale, lift that left arm and counter stretch the other way. And we're gonna come back up. Excellent class, everybody. We're gonna end with a hip flexor stretch today because we did a lot of work on the hip flexors with the foam roller. Just put the foam roller to the side. We are now finished with it. And we're gonna come into a quadruped, bringing our left foot forward and just sink down into the front of your right hip. Just give that hip flexor a nice stretch. It's gonna release any tension in the low back and just make the hips feel more open. Bring the hands onto the knee. And we'll take our right arm high. Add a gentle back bend if that feels good for you. And then bring the hands back down. We'll slide the left foot back and right foot comes forward. Sinking gently into that left hip so you get that hip flexor stretch. When you're ready, bring your hands onto your knee. And left arm reaches high, add that gentle back bend. And then we'll go ahead and come back down, sliding the right foot back and come into a seated position. So I hope your body feels very lengthened, your spine feels energized, and your mind feels relaxed.